the moment, tonight is the night.
Hey guys, it's Crypto Analysis coming at you with a new video on a very exciting coin called Filecoin. So a very quick analysis on this coin. I'm going to basically set some targets long-term and short-term. What Filecoin is, it is a decentralized storage system that aims to store humanity's most important information. The project raised $205 million in its initial coin offering. And as you can see back from 2007, the market cap is sitting at 5.5 billion, which means that there's still a lot of potential in this coin and it's not dead like some other coins that we've looked at. It looks like the distribution of the tokens, is it fully distributed? So the circulation supply is 522 million of the total supply, which is 1.9 billion. And it seems like that portion was released in 2020. And I'm assuming it is when we did hit the all-time highs, shortly before we hit all-time highs. So it is, okay, it has 456,000 people on the watch list. The all-time low was $1.83, which was recorded 5 years ago, and the all-time high was $237. So let me just stop boring you and go into the technical analysis. So what I do is, I'm not going to count this giant candle sell-off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my FIB from the top, the high, to the low, which was, I think, here, and I remember here because it was June of last year and we had a nasty sell-off. Actually, it never hit that, so it needs to go lower. Give me a second. So I want to take it from the high to the low, and then for it to be considered any sort of bullish, macro bullish, it needs to get over the 236, which would be $58. Now my targets are pretty simple, so you're probably going to get resistance at the 236, 382, 5, 618, 786, and then obviously all-time highs. But if that breaks, my targets are always going to be the 1618 and the 2618. Anything over that is gravy, right? So if me, for example, with Doggo on Mars, my target is the 1618 from the previous high and then the 2618 from the previous high. Those are my two selling target points for Doggo on Mars. So that it would be, so for Filecoin, for example, based on where it's at right now, that is around a 30,700% increase to 6,000% increase, which is very, very reasonable. The thing that's scary is that sometimes coins do tend to retrace to the 618 or 786, and they never end up breaking the all-time high. So you don't want to get stuck here for another 4 years, and that's something that I get scared of. So it's like, you got to just hope that doesn't happen to you, or just sell and still make some profit and then wait, right? So that's my target on the upside. Okay, so we're not even macro bullish yet, but on the short term, let's look at where it needs to hold, because in order to see where it needs to hold, you do the same thing but the opposite, right? So you take your FIB and you take it from the low to the high, okay? And as long as it's above the 382, then you're bullish, okay? So that's how I do it. So as long as you're above the 382, which is around $8.33, you're going to most likely break $11.97, and then the next target is going to be, so let's just say you go from here to the 382. Let's say that the 382 gets tagged, it's going to be $14. So it's always going to be the next level higher. That's how I do it. And for the most part, we've been right. So the next target is $14, and then after that, it's gonna, and we'll monitor it then too. But that's a pretty big retracement, because say from this high all the way down to $8.33, that's a 30% correction. But also keep in mind that I always look at the RSI, the stock RSI and the RSI. The RSI was overbought. We did have some sort of correction. This is very simple. And the stock RSI is going into bearish territory, but it's okay. It just means that it's going to reverse and the price action is going to go up. The best case scenario is for the RSI indicator to stay in the green while this keeps making higher highs, right? That's the best case scenario. That's just what I'm seeing. Again, those are my targets. Short term, long term, what it needs to hold over. Very simple. That's how I do my TA. Please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much for your support, and let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.